Welcome to the vibe where the bells get real. Crime time stories with that Crescent City feel. If you're new, sit down, let's begin the show. And to my loyal supporters, I'm glad you're in the flow. It's the city of soul, where the streets got flair. From the French Quarter beats to the Bayou air. This is more than a channel, it's a whole mood. We're talking life, love, and that southern groove. Like, comment, subscribe, come back again. It's Mocha's Nola Bells where the real begins. Crime time stories with a thoughtful spin. If you're down for the truth, then let's lock it in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay. Breaking down the cases in a bold new way. Every viewer, every fan, y'all part of the crew. This is Mocha's Nola Bells and we're here for you. We're digging through the mysteries, uncovering lies, shining light on the facts that the darkness hides. It's justice for the stories that need to be told. From the streets of Naziyah where the truth runs cold. This ain't about the mess, I'm just speaking my piece. Focusing on the stories that the world needs to see. To my members and supporters, I see y'all too. Couldn't make these moves without the love from you. Like, comment, subscribe, come back again. It's Mocha's Nola Bells where the real begins. Crime time stories with a thoughtful spin. If you're down for the truth, then let's lock it in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay. Breaking down the cases in a bold new way. Every viewer, every fan, y'all part of the crew. This is Mocha's Nola Bells and we're here for you. And shout out to the fam, to my members and team. Y'all keep me grounded while I chase these dreams. From the mysteries to motives, every clue we break. It's love for the truth, not a move that's fake. No dragon here, but I'll call it like it is. Shedding light on the facts, yeah, you know what it is. So hit that button, pull up and stay a while. Crime time vibes with that southern style. Yeah, it's Mocha's Nola Bells, bringing truth to the mic. Crime stories that inspire from the day to the night. Hit subscribe, join the fam, let's dig in again. This is your home for the real, Mocha's Nola Bells to the end. Like, comment, subscribe, let's keep it alive. Every story we tell, every clue we revive. To my members and supporters, y'all the heart that dwells. Welcome home, y'all, it's Mocha's Nola Bells.
Where the fuck she at? Say her name, Naziyah Harris. It's Mocha and I know the bells in this bitch. We outside, we loud, and we not letting up. Roxy, Annette, Shannon, Marquita. All you fat, funky bitches, where the fuck is Naziyah? Where the fuck she at? Say her name, Naziyah Harris. It's Mocha. And I know bells in this bitch. Oh. We outside, we loud, we not letting up. Roxy, Annette, Shannon, Marquita. All you fat, funky bitches, where the fuck is Naziyah? 13 years old, she begged for help. Laid out sick, and y'all to know how she felt. Told that teacher I need to talk. Then she vanished, she could barely walk. CPS, used to school the same. Y'all all failed her, and that's a damn shame. She was crying out, y'all ignore the sound. Now we screaming her name until she's found. You mean to tell us nobody knew? Y'all let that baby suffer, bitch, she's human too. She was stuck in a house with history. Now she missing, and it don't sit with me. Bitch, where is Naziyah? We the know the bells and we wanna know. This ain't for views, this ain't for show. We want answers, running home. We not scared, we not moving cute. Bitch, all we want is the motherfucking truth. We speak for her, we scream for her. We making your squirm with every word. Shannon, bitch, I'm still your niece. Jarvis locked up, he gon' bring the heat. You're moving weird and it's giving fake. How you so calm when your family's safe? And then grandma, you gon' learn. You knew what went on, but you wasn't wasn't concerned. Marquita and Shane, egghead twins, ugly inside, fake ass grins, looking like the with it cause your bitches is foul. Watch that baby suffer and we wondering how. Roxy pop like she knew her well. Did balloon drops just to sell. GoFundMe shirts pressing fast. Didn't even know a fave color, dumb ass. You ain't mourning, you tryna eat. This ain't no hustle, this shit deep. We say your name, Naziyah Harris. She was only 13, y'all careless, but not us. We pressin' steady. Mocha in the Nola bells always ready. We not forgetting, we not backing down. We not letting this go. We applying pressure every damn night. To be continued.
Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. It's a new week. It's a new week. I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to see you guys here as well. Happy to see you guys here as well. Hope you all had an awesome weekend, because Mocha definitely did. I got some rest. I got a little partying in. I enjoyed my weekend. Y'all know me. I've always said family's first. I give you all the weekdays, and the weekends is for my family. And I'm glad that I do just that. And before I get into, all the things that I normally do, let me just say this. Time is short. Life is short. Life is precious. Very, very precious. And I advise each and every one of you, love on your loved ones, not just your loved ones, those that we meet here on YouTube that we call family, those that we consider our friends. It's not time for things that are less meaningful than they should be. I'm going to put it that way. And I say that only because when I logged in today, shook my spirit and it bothered my soul. A YouTuber, well, she did have a YouTube page. She didn't do much on it, but she was one that we all knew and loved. She was a part of the beef sector. She was all over the place. She was visiting from, chat to chat. She had her own personality. She had her own style, but she was a lady of peace. When she spoke, everybody knew that was her speaking. And Redbone, I don't know if you all know Redbone. She wasn't a lady of many, many words, but when she spoke, she spoke. And today Redbone went on to glory. And the last thing I remember Redbone telling a content creator that she would sit on the panel with this content creator, and she would be her co-host every time the lady went live. And the lady was always into a ruckus with somebody, trying to prove herself right when she was always wrong. And the last words Redbone spoke to that lady on that panel was, you're on YouTube, and you're here for a purpose, and your purpose is bigger than throwing people under the bus. Your purpose is bigger than creating unnecessary beefs. So I just want to say, for those encouraging and inspiring words, Redbone, that you left here on YouTube, I thank you. You were a blessing to most, and you don't even know it. And we thank you for that, Redbone. We thank you for that. So guys, we're here and I just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a new week. It's a new week. We're back to business as scheduled. Again, like I said, I hope you all had an amazing weekend. And we're still here on the same mission, seeking justice for Naziyah. Naziyah, I'm here for nothing more, nothing less. If it ain't Naziyah, I don't care. And I will not be distracted, nor will I be deterred. My truth is my truth. My voice is my voice. My word is my word. And I've always said, I stood for what's right. And I stand on justice for Naziyah. And this is what I'm going to do. Continue speaking for Naziyah. Hey, Christian, welcome, sis. She said, good evening, sis. Hope you and the family enjoyed the weekend. And we did. Hey, Dr. J's sister, welcome, boo. She said, sis Mocha, well, I put buckets and chairs under the shade tree. I didn't put beverages in the coolers, though. I'm ready for it, girl. We're good. Today is BYOB. BYOB. Christian says, as you come in, don't forget to hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Grab your chair, tell your family and friends that Mocha is about to do what Mocha does. Thank you. Hey, Sherry, welcome, my love. She says, hey, Mocha and family, happy Monday. Love all, trust none. Words of wisdom. Hey, Miss Ebony, happy Monday, boo. Sister Deidre, hey, baby. Sandra, Doctor, hey, my love, happy Monday. Good evening, Mocha. Amazing mods in chat. Hope everyone had a great day. Texas is in the house. Yes, ma'am, my neighbor. Yes, ma'am. Sunday Mac, hey, beautiful. Welcome, welcome, welcome. She says, hello, everyone. Hope all is well and peace be still. Yes, ma'am. Hey, April, welcome, my love. Happy Monday. Hey, Debbie, happy Monday, sweetheart. Hey, Amini, hey, baby, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday, happy Monday. Sunshine, Sean, hey, boo. Happy Monday to you. No nonsense, hey, boo. Hello, everyone. Pray all is well. All is well here at the Nola Bell Station, boo. Hey, Shawnee Gibson, welcome, sis. Hey, Miss Bill. Miss Bill says, good evening, everyone. I'm driving. Be careful, my love. Hey, Michelle Spain, welcome to the chat. Hey, my sister Paula, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, sister. Welcome, Shambi. Hey, my girl Red, what's going on? Honey Gangster, hey, boo. Look at my beautiful warrior. Hey, warrior sister. Red says, child, I was rushing. Didn't want to miss that intro. Well, you caught it. I saw when you came in. Hey, sexy gal, welcome, boo. Hey, JoJo Poppin', welcome, sis. Valerie Green says, wow, Mocha, that song is hitting. Thank you, my love. Thank you, guys. Hey, Miss Patricia, welcome, boo. Happy Monday. Hi, Tracy. Happy Monday, boo. Hey, daughter. Welcome, welcome. Sister Plaid. Hey, boo. Top Flight. Hey, sis. Hope you're feeling well. Hi, Ida. Ida says, hello, Mocha and chat. I came in. Thumbs up. I love this song. Thank you so much, Ida. Thank you, Shani. Tracy says, happy new month, everybody. Hi, Valerie Green. Welcome, boo. Hi, Miriam. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Becca. Welcome, sis. Hey, Keisha. Welcome, welcome. Tristan. Hey, baby. Welcome. Happy Monday. Hey, Sister Terrific. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying your trip. Terrific. Hey, Olivia. Welcome, my love. It's a beautiful Monday. My sister Rock. Hey, baby. It's a beautiful Monday, guys. And I'm here for it. Right, Rock. Sleep in peace, Redbone. Girl, that shook me up. Terrific. That shook me up. Hey, Miss T Zeta Mom. Happy Monday, baby. Welcome up, Paula Faye. Hey, sister. Welcome, baby girl. Happy Monday, boo. And you are on time today, daughter. You are, you are, you are. Hey, Melinda Pear. Welcome, welcome. Paula says, right, Mocha. One of my employees retired last Friday. His daughter called today to tell me he died yesterday, mowing the lawn, 39 years at the VA. Don't take anything for granted. Paula, that part. That part. You know, in life, we're here today and we're gone today. I just can't and I won't. Ariana, hey, my love, welcome. 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 Sister Queen Spirit, hey, beautiful. Happy Monday. Hey, unavailable, welcome, my love. Hey, cool girl sisters, welcome, welcome. Hey, Sabrina. Welcome, sis. Melinda said, I miss you too, Mocha. I miss you guys, but y'all know how that goes. Y'all know where my weekend belongs with my family. Hey, Belinda, welcome, beautiful. Happy Monday. Sister living life. Hey, sis. Hi, Natalie Smith. Welcome. Hey, Dale. Happy Monday, boo. I'm enough. Happy Monday, my love. Think I got everybody. Ariana says, hey, Mocha, did you see Toot live today? Her response to Shangri-La. No, ma'am, I didn't. I didn't watch any lives today. Ariana, honestly, I haven't watched a live since I did my live on Friday. When I log off on Friday, after I do my live, I'm done. I don't come back until Monday, but usually my days are so, I keep telling you guys, life be lifing. And when I get home, hey, Gina, welcome, boo. Life be lifing, girl. And when I get home in the afternoon, it'd be like in time enough to um set up for my live. And I leave it at that. That's right, Olivia. It's all about that baby girl Naziyah and justice for her. That's it and that's all, Olivia. That's it and that's all. So today, guys, we're still seeking justice for Naziyah. We're definitely seeking justice for Naziyah. And we have to be honest with ourselves. We have to be honest with ourselves. The distractions, they're just that, distractions. And I said days ago, I will not be distracted. And I meant that. Regardless of where it's coming from, I will not be distracted. My purpose was when I came here and I decided to talk about Naziyah, I meant that. That's it and that's all. Naziyah is what mattered. You know, the family came and they dumped all their garbage in along the way. So all their garbage could not necessarily be ignored along the way. So we addressed that too, or I did. I could only speak for me. I addressed, hey, Carla, welcome, my love. I addressed that, you know, and I'm Mocha. I do what I do, whether they like it or not. I do what I do. And I'm going to continue doing what I do the way that I do it. And that's it. And that's all. But Linda said they sure did, Mocha. It was so heartbreaking, you know, and it's not my fault that they did. I'm a storyteller. I'm a reactor. You put it there. You wanted me to talk about it. So don't criticize the way I say it and what I say. And if it's such a bother, don't watch. Don't watch. I've been authentic from day one. I've never flipped the script. I've never flipped the script. I've never changed who I am. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be authentic. I'm going to be genuine. I don't. No. Mm-mm. If I can't be me, if I can't be me from the heart when it comes to these cases and it comes to who I am as a person, there's no sense in me being here. None. None. Ms. Buell says I would not be distracted and no one will change me and I would not bow down to nobody. Ms. Buell, that part. You know, and you know, I know that a lot of people may be in the bushes and, you know, they were looking for a shit show. They were looking for a shit show, right? I'm not here to give you one. If that's what you're here for, I'm not here to give you one because that's not who I am. It's not who I am. I don't do the back and forth. I don't do the jabs. I don't do that. I really don't. You know, I am who I am. I don't lie on people. I don't discredit people. I don't talk down on people other than this family and what's going on with this case, you know, and that's who I am. And I don't have to defend me to anyone because I've shown, I've proven who I am. Never been shady, never been flaky, and never been fake. Never. I am who I am. And for those that has gained a different perspective of Mocha, you have that right. You have that right. And because you're easily persuaded, that means this has never been the place for you. I don't go along to get along. I don't care who you are. I stand in my truth and I stand on what's right. Nobody could never come to me and say Mocha said this or Mocha did that about nobody because that's not who Mocha is. And in order to keep shit a buck and to keep things from exploding into what it shouldn't be, that's why Mocha don't do the back ends. I don't. And I'm going to always say, whatever transpired in that chat, in my chat, because it happened in my chat on Friday, guys. I didn't want to, I said I wasn't going to address it, but I have to. In my chat on Friday, if I'm being called this, that, and the other, and said this about Mocha and that about Mocha, throwing Mocha under the bus, this, that, and the other, the only thing I see is because Mocha refused to hop on the Kenya train, guys. What the hell I look like? I've had words with Kenya. Have had words with me. They were very ugly. A leopard don't change his spots. But because you're friends with Kenya, that don't mean I have to be friends with Kenya. Can't nobody make me be a friend to who I ain't ever gonna be a friend to. I don't want a story. And when I had Janelle and Kawana on my platform, the very last time, my exact words were, never again will I have any of those family members on my platform. I said it then, and I meant that. And after hearing the shit show a couple of nights before, I damn sure knew I didn't want nobody on my platform. I meant that. But don't throw my name and spread mud on it, all in these YouTube streets because I didn't agree. Don't throw mud on my name saying that I took Sierra's trauma and made a mockery of it. Don't sit up here and say that Mocha ain't doing nothing but making a mockery of Naziyah's name. What the fuck? My passion has been Naziyah from day one, and I'll be damned if I let anybody ever say anything different. I am who I am. And I'm not going to change that to make nobody feel good about themselves. I'm not. Sabrina says, and that's why we're here, because we love your commentary. Sabrina, thank you so much, my love. I appreciate that. Hey, Nubian Max, welcome, sis. Daughter, that part. There's plenty of other channels they could watch if they don't like the shit that I say. Carla says, we love how you do it, Mocha. I love your way with this. Thank you, Carla. Valerie, I appreciate that, my love. Patricia says if they don't like the content, keep scrolling. They have that choice. Patricia, that part. That part. Dr. JD says, tell it, Mocha, speak over yourself. Always have. Baby girl says, right. This fight is bigger than us. The battle is the Lord's, but we warriors, we have to fight it out loud on earth. Baby girl, and that's all I've been doing. All I've been doing. Hey, SC, welcome, sweetheart. Sunday Max said, yes, ma'am. You've never switched up, and you're respected for that. Thank you so very much, Sunday Matt. I appreciate that, Melinda. Belinda says, you've not done anything wrong, Mocha. Thank you, Belinda, because I never believed that I did. I never believed that I did. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys for everything. Belinda said, this is a flat out mess. Mess from the, girl, that part. Mess from the top to the bottom. Is horrible how Naziyah had to live. Horrible. You hear me? Valerie says, never engage in mess, Mocha. Valerie, I can't. That's not my purpose. Hey, Mika and Allie, welcome. That's not my purpose. That's not why I'm here. And I'm not going to deter from it. I can't. But tonight, we're here, baby. We're going to talk about, hey, my sister D. Welcome, sis. I hope you had an awesome weekend, boo. We're going to talk about Miss Annette. Olivia says, if you don't think the same way as some people, they all of a sudden don't like you anymore. I would not be a part of that. Olivia, speak it. That's it, and that's all. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm a strong individual, have always been. And YouTube don't define me. Tonight, guys, we're going to talk a little bit. We're going to discuss Annette just a little bit. That whole family is trash. We've been saying that. That whole family's trash. Baby girl says at this point, the family even said they were recently kicking it. And then something got told. Now they're at odds. Baby girl, I sit back and I watch. D, that part, y'all, Mocha has always said, she say what the fuck she see. And D, you know that's been my motto from day one. Hey, Eno, you understand, Debbie? Debbie said, right, this is your house. And you open the door to whom you choose. That part. Paula says, people say they like differences until those differences don't coincide with their beliefs. Belinda says we're waiting on the other charges that are supposed to be coming. And that's that right there, Belinda. We have to be patient. Can't force a charge. Can't make up a charge. We have to wait on it. Mika says, absolutely. I feel that when you no longer were useful to them people, when you're no longer useful to them, people try to turn the narrative into you are a part of the problem. Mika, say that. But I'm over here being loud and wrong. God bless them. Hurricane said, hi, Mocha Maz in chat. Mocha, the devil is going to keep coming for you in many different ways and forms. Your good spirit has those demons disturbed and uneasy. Keep doing what you're doing. Hurricane, thank you so very much for that. Thank you so much for that, Hurricane. Mika said all the family members seems to be toxic liars and behavior is very questionable. Mika, exactly. Paula said this family has a curse. Anything associated with them causes chaos. Paula, I said that the other night. Rock said the family is all a part of the mess. Every single one of them. Exactly, Rock. And then to drag other people into it. Mika says they all want to be important in the star of the show. They want to tell their story. No one is interested. We're interested in Naziyah. Exactly. Baby girl says, but when Kenya was like, but Kawana, you was just kicking it with Roxy. I was like, this family thing, this is a game, baby girl. And that's just how they're looking at it. Because they also said at the end of the day, we're a family. So if you don't pick up on that, why fall for the okie doke? Why? Platt says from the street sector to speaking out for them babies, you can drag and advocate. Platinum, you better tell somebody. But Linda says you're right. They're trying to change the narrative on you, Mocha. Right, girl? Queen Spirit says it's really immature to dislike a person and trash their name only because they have a different point of view. We're all unique with our own opinions. Queen Spirit, that's it and that's all. As a grown-ass woman, I would never. Tristan says, I listen to what they say and realize they all speak angry truth. We just have to weed through the bullshit. Exactly, Tristan. Hey, Rena B, welcome, my love. Platinum says, we love you, Mocha. Keep doing your thing. They haven't heard I talk what I see. They have not. But what we're going to do here is, Valerie said, Mocha, I believe that they're jealous of you. It's the way that you do your commentary. You're a deep thinker, Mocha. Valerie, thank you, my love. But Valerie, to make it everything clear and to be totally honest, I'm not here to compete. I'm not here for competition with nobody. Because I always thought We had one purpose and one person, one reason and one reason only to be here. And that was for Naziyah. I don't compete. I want to get her story told. I want to let her be heard. I want to bring awareness to her situation. That's it, and that's all. That's it, and that's all. Hey, Miss Jackie B, welcome, boo. Mika says initially, some of the things that I was hearing being said when you first started putting the facts together, I thought were crazy. But they all came together, came out to be facts. The family has a history of abuse. Exactly. Tristan says, I keep saying we're not therapists to their family dysfunction. We just want to know where that baby at. Tristan, that's it, and that's all. We just want to know, where's Naziyah? That's it. Baby girl say, I listen to everybody. I don't have nothing against nobody because I'm not a keyboard gangster. I don't fight on the net, girl, and I don't fight in real life. I'm a grown-ass woman with a life to live. Hey, Shalona, welcome, boo. Right, Dr. J. Mocha, they are all a bunch of hot messes. A girl. Mika says they knew the narrative. They knew your opinion when they came on the panel, and they were thanking you for having them. What changed? Hey, Mariah, welcome, sis. Hey, son, welcome. So here we are. We're talking about Annette, y'all. Annette went from being a caretaker of Naziyah to what seemingly appears to be predatory behavior. It's crazy. And we've come to learn that now today we're trying to figure out how is it that Annette led Naziyah into this type of danger. You're an earth angel. Thank you so much for that super chat, my love. We understand that family ain't always family. Sometimes the very hands that rock the cradle push our babies into the fire. Annette, a supposedly grandmother, she was supposed to protect Naziyah. But instead, Annette paved the path to her disappearance. Possibility of being trafficked, and all this heartbreak that comes along with it. And all we're trying to figure out is these Nola Bells, you guys, we're trying to figure out, how did we get here? How the hell did we get here? I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. Belinda said, Mocha, you see how those bad spirits in that family will cause other groups to fight? That family can't do anything right together, Belinda. I refuse to get connected to those people. Paula says people need to respect individuals' platform and stop being messy. Your earth angel says, I'm sending love to you and everyone in the chat. Thank you, baby. Mika says, Mocha, fuck them people in their own city. 3 people show up, they can't bring the crowd if they wanted to. That part. All right, Belinda, thank you, my love. Thank you for dropping by. Paula says, Mocha, did you hear that Annette's husband supposedly assaulted her sister? Paula, I didn't. I didn't. Because once that name was dropped on Thursday, I haven't been online until today. So I wasn't able to, go and look into what I need to look. Girl, that's interesting. Platt said facts were grown, but push me to the limit and not on YouTube, girl. Platt, you know how it is. Right, baby girl? I hope they're all charged in the end because they're all a part of it. All of them. All of them. Olivia says Annette deserves to be charged. She had custody of Naziyah, and look where we are at now. Exactly, Olivia. Sabrina says you have always said everyone's opinions matter, even if you don't agree with it. And that is how friendship and relationships are supposed to be. Sabrina, that has been my word from day one. From day one. Always been my word. And all we want is justice for Naziyah. Paula says if your man won't kick off guests for being disrespectful to you, then keep it cute with everyone else. Okay, I'm done. Baby girl says not saying they all unalived her, but it's been too long. He was given access to children in that Harris family. And baby girl, so many children. Hey, Bridget, welcome. So many children. Miss Beale says evil spirits only connect themselves to the weak and the non-godly. Debbie says they carry a spirit of division. Leviathan spirits disrupts communication. And it's okay. Paul, I was talking about that earlier today with somebody else. Paula says, Sabrina, I can't be fake. And I'm going to call a spade. Right is right. Paula, I was talking about being fake just earlier today. Can't be fake. Can't. Carla says dark energy from the family from the beginning. Mocha's platform is growing. She delivers bold and confident commentary. Maybe that's a problem for some. I think it is. Hey, Lady V. Welcome, my love. Mika said that's some dysfunction within that family. It's how Jarvis got away with molesting all those children for so long. These people are a problem. A problem. Son said, I'm guessing she ruled from a bedroom on the grandkids. She got tired and thought threats, violence, and prayers would be enough. Not making excuses, but you must be more involved. Gotta be. Gotta be. It's crazy. But Annette is a problem. Annette is a problem. Annette took guardianship of ladies' children. And to me, that was the number one red flag. Why would Lady knowingly give those children to Annette, knowing exactly what she went through? Hey, Khalil, welcome, my love. Knowing exactly what she went through with Annette. So did Lady really love her children? Did she love them enough to keep them out of hurt, harm, and danger? Did she not love her children enough to keep them protected? But yet, that little community over there and that family They believed that Annette had love in her heart for those children because that was the picture she painted. Annette's image in the public seemingly was totally different from the private reality that took place within that household. And today it shows. Today it shows. Because if Annette was a fit grandmother, a decent grandmother, we would not be here today. We wouldn't be having this conversation today wondering where's Naziyah. Paula says, Miss Sean B, YouTube drama for no damn reason. Difference of styles and opinions and not being respectful. Oh, Lord. That's right. We won't be distracted. Dr. JD says if they took that pedo to Disney, they don't give a damn about anybody's children. I'm just saying, Dr. JD, that's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. And I don't care how much they come out here denying that that's not him in that picture. You can't take these people seriously. He went to Disney. He went to Disney. Hey, blessed baby, welcome. Baby girl says Shannon always wanted the impression of Naziyah to be tainted. Remember, Janelle and Kawana said they only reported because the immediate family reported her as a runaway. Janelle and Kawana had reported, according to them, in 2022, and nothing was done about it. The reports came back, they found nothing. But my thing is, even if CPS done nothing about it, and that's just me, that's just me. And as y'all have noticed, and y'all see Mocha's is a different breed. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. The way I think is different from a lot of others. But had it been mine, had it been my family members, people that I was closely associated with, for CPS to come back and give me that type of report in 2022, and I know what I saw, and I know what I know, and they would have given that type of report, there's no way I'd have just left it at that. I would have never left it at that. We'd have went a step further, and I would have not stopped until something was done. And had they kept going until something was done, we wouldn't be here today. Tristan said he didn't have to fight hard. When the devil opened the door to the boogeyman, that's it, Tristan. That's it. Ariana says your authenticity and light irritates their demons, baby. And that's not my problem. Amini says at the end of the day, the family needs to stay off of panels. They're only causing confusion and disruption. Unless they have new information or know where Naziyah is, we don't want to hear the bullshit at all, at all. But you know, I have to be honest. We could say all day that the family is causing confusion and disruption. But you know what? The family can only cause confusion. They can only cause disruptions and distractions if you allow them to. Can't nobody come in my house and do a damn thing that I don't allow them to do. So, of course, the family is part of the blame. But as an adult, you have to take a bulk of the blame as well. Because these people can't make you do what's not in you to do. So, I mean, are you a part of the solution or are you a part of the problem? Bridget says, no, Mocha. Mina, my sister. Hey, boo. Thank you so much for that super sticker, boo. Bridget says, no, Mocha, the problem is they can't handle the raw truth about themselves, and you give them the raw truth. Baby girl said it's still something about lady that rubs me the wrong way. Like, how you get addicted? What age? We have no answers when it comes to lady. None. None. Rock says, I agree, Amini, and they're not telling us what we want to know. No way. That part, guys. So why should I open up my platform to keep hearing regurgitated shit? I heard that yesterday. I heard it the day before. I heard it the week before. Son said, yes, I believe lady loved him, but the devil, and people be rightfully afraid of CPS. That goddamn Mika hot. Mika said, them bitches in here. Where they at? Raggedy, incestuous whores. I'm sick of them. You and everybody else. Ariana says, in my opinion, lady didn't love herself. That's why she couldn't protect her children. It was a problem. All right. Paula giving me Paula says Annette offered her sister and her daughter to Charles' nasty ass. She didn't have a care in the world about Naziyah. She emotionally disconnected to everyone. Well, goddamn. So that's the story behind Crystal. That's the story behind Crystal. Shit. You see, that's the thing. That's the thing. These people opens Pandora's box to all their bullshit being out in these YouTube streets. And then when they're confronted with it, you get lie after lie after lie after lie. More players are being exposed here. Because it's a shame. It's a shame how Crystal all of a sudden comes into play. It's a shame. It's a shame. See a family members like that, they couldn't be related to me. And it's a damn shame that Crystal had to be exposed. It's a shame. I don't know Crystal's story. No one ever mentioned Crystal. So who knows if Crystal didn't do like Lady when this shit took place and just distanced herself from that family? Who knows if Crystal just departed and said she didn't want to be bothered with them? Who knows? Because nobody never heard of a Crystal until just the other day. See, these people are dangerous. They're throwing out everybody's dirt and refusing to be truthful about theirs. So why would I engage in that? No way. Tristan said we will never know because each one of her kids, she's seen as an SA abused kid. Tristan. Baby girl, that's a good question. But baby girl, to my knowledge, baby girl want to know what age lady started taking substances. Baby girl, I can only speculate here. I can only speculate. And it is my opinion. When Lady had Vari, that's when Lady left Annette's home. She was being with, Annette had her husband Charles abusing Lady, right? And when Lady did escape from Annette's home, Annette was pregnant with Vari. So when they asked Vari on that recent podcast that he was on about his father, Vari response to that was he didn't know his father's dead, right? He didn't tell no lies. They told Vari that his father's deceased. And he is, because Charles died a few years back. But they should have been truthful, because right now, here it is, Charles is Vari's daddy and his grandpa. So then here it is, lady. She's out there. She meets up with Mervyn Jennings. Mervyn is supposedly Naziyah's father. She meets up with Mervyn Jennings. And it is in my belief, it's my opinion, lady got strung out on drugs once getting involved with Mervyn Jennings. Okay, oh, Olivia says she in a grocery store. Okay, sister. I think Mervyn Jennings had a lot to do with lady being on drugs. Debbie says, I think she bullied lady to take her kids. Her way of getting lady back because her husband chose to lay with lady instead of her. Debbie, that's possible. That's very possible. Lady V says, in my opinion, Annette was damaged at a young age and didn't have a motherly example to parent anyone. I pray she gets the help she needs to heal. Lady V. And that's the unfortunate part. Because Lady V, that entire family, Lady V, they grew up being touched. They didn't have an escape route at an early age in life. I knew that. They did not have an escape route in their younger years. But when these women matured, when these young girls grew up to be women, started going to school and started associating themselves with other young girls outside of the home, and I'm meaning Annette, I'm meaning Kawana's mom, I'm meaning King's mom, the whole family, because there's a whole tree, right? These women could have fixed their problems. They could have fixed their problems. Instead, they went on to have children. And along with having children, they introduced their children to this lifestyle. That was their normal. This is not our normal. This is not our normal. Debbie says Shannon is repeating history, doing the same thing her mother did. That's sad. That's sad. Mika says, lady with some bullshit too. Mika, I've been saying that from day one. I don't give lady no grace at all. She's a piss poor mother, and we can't change the fact that she is. Because how does this happen to your children? How do you allow this to continuously happen? And you still in the back, quiet as a church mouse. How? Hey, Sharon, welcome, boo. Hey, Shrell. She said, I'm late, but I'm here. Mocha, glad you enjoyed your weekend. Shrell, I did, boo. I did. And that's one thing I'm going to do. When I shut this YouTube shit down, baby, I'm enjoying life. Because we're here today and we're going today. And with this case with Naziyah and dealing with all the people that's involved, no matter who it may be, you have to take a break. You have to refresh your mind. You can't sit here and do this 24/7 and expect to be sane and expect to be in a sound mind all the time. You got to take a break. And I will forever take a break. Ariana, you're absolutely right, baby. That family don't know what love is. Paula says, I've told y'all 200 million times. Every time that family comes on, relationships are ended. Stop talking to them. They are cursed. Paula, your sister, you might be onto something. Shit always happening. But you gotta be a strong individual to not let it happen. These people ain't getting in my head. These people are not selling me a story. They will not sell me a story when I'm already looking at the big picture. So if I'm looking at the picture and the picture ain't lying to me, why would I be a sponge and absorb their story knowing damn well they lying? No way. How could you be a liar? I'm a call you a liar today. Mocha's gonna call you a liar today. Mocha's gonna say, this shit don't sound right. And then Mocha's gonna curse your ass out and call you everything under the sun. Then you hit my platform. And within 5 minutes, you done changed how the fuck I felt about you 5 minutes ago. No way. No way. Tristan said, but Janelle gave her the apartment and she knew Jarvis was everywhere Shannon was. She did. She said that. Sabrina, you ain't shit. Sabrina says, do Detroit got a pedo dating website? Sabrina, they just may. They just may. But I'm with Paula. I believe exactly what she said. Hey, Patricia Perry, welcome. Tristan says, but Janelle gave them that apartment. She did, Tristan. She a part of the problem too. And she thinks she's not. She thinks she's skating. Bridget says, Mocha, they know more than what they're telling the public. They know where that baby is. Bridget, they know. And you know, Bridget, let me tell you something. They know. And because we all, as content creators, should feel and believe that they know, right? Why let them keep feeding us lies? Why? Do y'all think that was a coincidence? And if it's me, tell me it's me. But did y'all think that was a coincidence? When Kawana says, in their mad, when there was the mad back and forth, and Kawana says, Kenyon, you know where Naziyah is. Didn't you put it in that truck? Why would she say that? Why would she say that? It may not be all factual what she said, because we know on Mad Day, everything comes out. It may not be the way she's saying it, but she knows something. She knows something. Mika says, why didn't they go to the news before she came up missing? Mika, I've always wondered that. Hey, Cindy, welcome. I wondered why. If nobody wanted to help you and CPS didn't do anything, why not go to the news? Why? Kalia says, Sabrina, that's a crazy question. These pedos use Instagram, Facebook, etc. to lead these kids to private sites. It's these women. It's these women that's latching on to these pedos. I don't get it. Tristan said Annette could have been the person that introduced Lady to the drugs to help her cope with what her mama was doing. Tristan, Tristan, that's a possibility too. Hey, Chandra, welcome. That's a possibility too. And that's a very good, and Tristan, that's a possibility. Debbie said Annette pulled those strings with CPS to take Lady's kids. As corrupt as Detroit is, and the way we see things unfolding now, I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. D says, I love my mocha. There's nothing anyone can do or say to change that, D. And D, my girl, you know I love me some you too. All we want is justice for Naziyah, y'all. And it's a shame that we have to go through all of this to get justice for that baby. Look at how many children have come up missing long after Naziyah. And even a few that were missing before Naziyah. Their family have answers. These children were found. So what's the mystery behind Naziyah? What's the mystery? Hey, Cassandra, welcome. Cassandra said, hey, Mocha, Annette should be in jail. There's no way a little girl could have a full relationship for years without her knowing. Cassandra, Annette was part of the problem. Part of the problem. Right, Paula? The matriarch. Annette is definitely the problem. She's the problem. That family, y'all. Patterns of dysfunction everywhere. Now, the rumors of generational abuse and control, now it's all over YouTube because they bought it here. And I don't fault one, I fault them all. That entire family is toxic. Hey, something sweet, welcome. That whole family is toxic. Because how could you ignore all these red flags? But then again, I have to understand, to people like me and you, we would see them as red flags. To those people, that shit was normal. It was normal. Naziyah was exposed to all type of inappropriate things. And if we want to be honest, even the environment that Naziyah dwelled in was very inappropriate. Hey, Tracy Ellen, welcome, boo. My girl says she on her way to Vegas. All right, my girl. The very home that Naziyah was living in, guys, was a very inappropriate environment. Naziyah had overnight stays at places where she shouldn't have been. Those little overnight stays at the church. Roxy telling America that Shannon taking Naziyah to an apartment complex. And men sitting in an apartment complex dangling money in her face. Kenya coming on a YouTube saying that Shannon was taking Naziyah to the trafficked in. Come on. So her own family exposed her to all this inappropriate shit. But they want us to turn a blind eye to it now that they done brought it here. And not only the inappropriate environments, but look at Annette. She exposed Naziyah to all of these known pedos. Eric, Jarvis, Frank, Charles, the evangelist. The list goes on and on and on. When does it end? But yet y'all moving Naziyah. Y'all move Naziyah around all these unstable places. Nobody intervened. Nobody. But then Shannon, Marquita, Annette, it's my belief that y'all encourage this contact with all these dangerous adults because y'all thought it was cute. Y'all thought it was funny. Taking it to the church. Taking it to the church. And all, in my opinion, all that was facilitating access to traffickers under the guise of being a family friend or the church itself. That damn Mika ain't nothing. Mika ain't shit. But Mika said, Kawana ass in the bushes right now looking like Resbucia. Oh, jeez. Baby girl said, no one lives in my head rent free. I make my decisions off discernment God has given me. The family is messy. Baby girl, that's it and that's all. See, when you got discernment, baby girl, you got everything. Everything. And I'm going to forever stand in what I know. Antoinette. Hey, baby. Damn, Mika said Janelle looking like Norbert. Mika ain't shit. Son said lots of people use drugs as a mechanism when they carry shame. It wasn't her shame. But we are, right. It wasn't her shame, but. Tristan said that part, Mocha. And we just now hearing about Crystal, but the story been open to us since January. Yes. That's some nasty work. Platinum says, not my grandma Annette. Probably threatened Lady to give her kids. Probably threatened Lady to give her kids to her or call CPS, and she knew she wasn't doing right, so she did. Just a thought, Platt. That was a good thought. That was a good thought, Platt. Debbie said she had a baby by Charles. Oh, child, we talking about Crystal. Debbie said Crystal had a baby by Charles. And Jernell was taking care of her child, and she was abusive to the child, allegedly. Well, I'll be goddamn. So Crystal had a baby by Charles. And Jernell was taking care of that child, and she was abusive to the child, allegedly. Debbie. I'm going to come back to y'all on that one. Because I got some information and I got some information about Crystal. I'll come back to y'all on that, maybe on another live. Baby girl said, I've always been trying to confirm when Lady last seen Naziyah. And then she tell her mama that she was pregnant. I think she did. Baby girl, that family lies so much you don't know what to believe and what not to believe. Right? Janelle said, out of Lady's mouth to her, Janelle said that Lady told her she saw Naziyah the night before they reported Naziyah missing. Okay, it was Kawana. Okay, Debbie, not Jernell. It was Kawana that was abusive. Oh, shit. Child. All right. I'm glad y'all cleared that up. See, because I didn't know. I'm getting this information from y'all. So it was Kawana that had that baby. Okay. Damn. Whew. Miss Sean B said, Debbie, I thought it was said that, okay, had that child and did that. I mean, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Paula says, reporting someone but knowingly letting him stay in a place you gave to Shannon is crazy work. Paula, and that's something, all that dysfunction. All that dysfunction. Son says, back in the day, folks would say, get over the essay. With these panels, we end in the shame and healing people. I don't know, son. I don't know who being healed. I don't believe ain't no that family too dysfunctional. BJ with the shits. Hey, boo. Welcome. No Nonsense says, I'm still here listening while relaxing after hard. Girl, I respect that. I appreciate you listening in. Tristan says, I bet Lady started using drugs when Annette offered Lady to Charles. I believe Marvin was the dope man for Annette, and she sold Lady to Marvin. Shut your mouth, Tristan. Tristan. You see that discernment? That discernment that you and I just finished talking about, Tristan. Tristan, I said, I didn't say that Mervin was the dope man to Annette, but I did say, Tristan, Lord have mercy. I did say Annette has something to do with Lady and Mervin. I said that. Wow. Paula says, I knew something wasn't right with Jernell. When she said she was hanging with Shannon, because now I want to know who would hang with Shannon willingly. You got a point, sis. You guys in the bushes, if you don't mind, please hit that like button for your girl. Again, I've always said, when you're here for a reason. Why hang around if you can't hit the like button? Because it's free. Hey, Kenya doll, welcome. Lady V says, thank you for the super chat, my love. She said, in my opinion, if the extended family knows so much about Annette and her secrets, imagine how much Annette know about them. I'm just saying, Lady V, that's it and that's all. And Annette knows way more about them because Annette trained them. Annette is the family's oldest auntie. She trained them. Ah. Wow. Isn't that some shit? Mika ain't shit up in here today. Paula says, Kawana telling everyone's story, except for Annette's story and her mother's story. Crystal, Top Flight asks, who is Crystal? Crystal is Annette's youngest sister. Paula said, how you gonna out your Aunt Crystal but not Auntie Net? Isn't that some shit? That's what I don't understand. And I asked Kawana myself, why do they continue to defend Annette? Her exact words were, Annette is the oldest living auntie left. Annette is the matriarch of that family. She's going to always give her that respect. Even with all the shit that Annette is doing and they know it's not right. So to continue giving her that respect, it's okay to continue sacrificing children. That's crazy. It's crazy. But yet, the thing with that is they do all that talking. They do all that talking. But ain't nobody have yet said, where's Naziyah? Because whether they want to admit it or not, hey, Rhonda, welcome. Whether they want to admit it or not, we're here for one purpose and one purpose only, and that's Naziyah. Hey, Erica, welcome, boo. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in all that other shit. Because what these people got going on, again, like I said, all that they're throwing on us, that's a distraction. That's a distraction from us knowing the truth and getting to the truth as to where Naziyah is. Miss Sean B said, Debbie, it's okay. That's why we're here, boo. To make sure we gather what we've gained, sort through it, and leave complete with understanding. Exactly. That Harris family is a piece of work. Little Miss, hey, baby. She said, Mocha, this shit done got crazy and everybody turning against everybody. Little Miss, I have nothing to do with that. I promise you I don't. Because I could be totally transparent and honest with you, Little Miss. Mocha ain't turned on nobody. I'm still me. Sydney said Janelle gave him that apartment so Shannon can be free with her. Oh, and the hood can see that you think he's low, but I'm on it, Janelle. Allowed her to live in her old place. Child. It's a lot. Paula says Crystal baby being abused. It's why lady said no. Shut the front door. See, that was my question. That is always, hey, Shanier, welcome, my love. Let me tell you, this has always been my question. Right? When Kawana says they went to Lady, when they knew Lady was on the verge of losing her children, they went to Lady and asked Lady to let Vari and Naziyah go to them. They could not give me factual answers as to why Lady chose to give her children to Annette, knowing who Annette was, versus giving them to them. If they were such upstanding and decent cousins and aunties. So now the story is Crystal's baby was being abused. That's why Lady said no to Kawana having the kids. Well, I'll be goddamn. Look at this. Man, these people have to stop. They all have to stop. And that's why I said what I said when I said what I said. I don't want to hear shit from Kawana. I don't want to hear nothing from Jernell. I don't want to hear nothing from Kenya. I don't want to hear nothing from Shannon, Marquita, nor Roxy. And I say that because their story is their story. And with their story, you ain't getting no truths from their story. They'll give you a little bit to try to reel you in, to make you think that they're being genuine, to make you think that they're being upfront. And at the end of the day, their story is full of holes. But yet, although they know they're not being genuine and they're not being truthful and they're not being upfront with the lies that they tell, they're still not telling where's Naziyah. Along with them not telling where's Naziyah, my discernment also tells me they get on these platforms, they do their damage. And once they get off, they feel like they're victorious. Not with Mocha, though. Because you can't bullshit a bullshitter. And I see straight through these hoes. See straight through them. They tell the story. It's crazy. It's crazy. Paula says, I bet Crystal Baby allegedly beating abuses. Why? Lady said no. Well, that's what he said. Right. Sabrina, that part. Kenya took her to trade in the Scooby-Doo van. It was Kenya that did it. Baby girl said their mouth runs so much they forgot that they're telling on themselves. They also, that girl called them some Riri babies. Not Riri. She called them some Riri babies. Son said, right, they should have been dropped Jabba the Hunt ass. Oh, Lord Jesus, y'all crazy. So that's the reason Annette chose, that's the reason they chose to give those babies to Annette versus, well, I'll be damned. Paula says, lady is a problem because she knew all about the abuse and still chose her nasty ass. Exactly. Son says Shannon is the mystery. But y'all, we still don't know where that baby is. We still don't know where that baby is. They know. But yet in our faces, they're in our faces with their sorry stories. Everybody got a story. That was not a coincidence. It was not a coincidence that there was a lack of immediate public outcry from the family when Naziyah went missing. That was no coincidence because they knew what was going on. The rumors about Naziyah being pregnant, you ask the family, oh, I don't know. I don't know. Y'all know. There's no way Naziyah could have lived in that home with Annette, Shannon, and whomever else y'all was going around. Y'all can't tell me y'all didn't know. But yet we still don't know where that baby is. Miss Sean B has a question. She says, can anyone help me understand what was said about Naziyah being moved 3 times since she went missing? And she was I hate to say it, y'all. Okay. Sean B, it was said. It was said that Naziyah was missing, not missing, Naziyah was moved 3 different times. 3 different times. And I've always questioned, how did anyone, and that was my question, and I had a right to question, how does anyone know she was moved 3 times? Was anyone able to go and put their hand on the first place that she was dug up from? Was anyone able to physically go see where she was the second time? Because if you were able to determine there was a first, second, and third burial spot, then there has to be a body. And there's still no body. So where does that come from? Mika said, lady had more to do with it. I'm convinced. She was with her the day before. That's what they said. But then you can't take everything that they say seriously. Tristan says, Mocha, because nobody's keeping quiet anymore. The mystery is Naziyah's spirit in heaven brought forth all unsolved mysteries. Tristan, Naziyah's spirit is whipping them. She's whipping them. My girl Tracy said she's going to Vegas. Paula said that family was trained in manipulation. Look at the teacher. She's been getting away with any and everything for decades. Yes. And that's what I don't understand, Paula. How is it that Annette has not yet been touched? How is it that Annette has not yet been touched? Because I'm confused about a lot of things. And going back and forth with that family members, ain't nobody getting no answers. But we as a community, as a collective, we have to start making this shit make sense. And we can't run with the things that the family members say. We could take some of it and use your discernment and, try to get in a desk somewhere and 1 + 1 is 2 and make it make sense. Mika said, did y'all hear Kenya? Kenya said Roxy never had Naziyah's phone. Another lie, Mika. See, that's that part right there. See, that's the shit I can't tolerate. That's the shit I'll never accept. How could you lie today? And me as a content creator, you as a subscriber, you don't have to debunk that lie. Her own daughter had already said that the phone was given to her. So why? Why? This shit is not making not a bit of damn sense. Lady V, thank you, my love. Lady V says, in my opinion, it depends on whether Jarvis Butts was in jail before or after the 3 moves. If it was before, Jarvis told the investigators or someone that's made a plea deal. Great observation. Great observation. It's a possibility. Because my thing is, the only person, and we was talking about the being moved 3 times, I said that the only person that could have said if Naziyah being moved was either Jarvis or whomever was with Jarvis. So if Jarvis ain't said it, but they said he's in there talking, so it's a possibility he said it. And if it's being said by an outside source, that means that outside source was right there. And if that outside source is spread it over these airwaves, that means that outside source needs to have his ass locked up. Lady V said the first time I heard Kenya on YouTube, she said Naziyah was unalive. The question is, was she guessing or had someone inform her? Why stop the search? Not just why stop the search. Not just why stop the search. My thing is, if Naziyah is unalived and nobody has to agree with me, these are my feelings. My feelings are very valid. Very valid. I will not believe that Naziyah is no longer with us until I see it, until they present it. Show me. Show me she ain't here. Because this shit is all over the place. Show it to me. Baby girl said, now all of a sudden, lady coming, doing business right before she go missing. But it's something also about Shannon jealousy that speaks volumes too. Exactly. Exactly. And all the lies they told on the stand. Tristan said, I believe the connection was Annette and Jarvis' granny. His grand, could be. Could be, Tristan. Could be. Baby girl says, I think more than one of the family members know her location, and only some know she was moved. But the fact is that they know. The fact that they know. Cool girl sister said, Mocha, I've been listening while making egg rolls. Mocha, they have to remember, they put it out here to be discussed. Cool girl sisters, that's it and that's all. But it's everybody's fault. Everybody else's fault. Like, who really got Naziyah's phone? Something sweet said, I really would like to hear from Krista. Who, child? I think she would clear out some stuff. Something sweet. You hear me? That's what I said. Man, this is sad. Cool girl sister said, Mocha, emotions all over the place. They don't want justice for that baby girl. I wish you would just stay off everybody's platform. Cool girl sisters, look. Everybody has a choice to make, boo. Everybody has a choice to make. I'm sick of them. Hey, Steffi Jean, how are you, my love? Mina said these people ain't nothing but nothing ass people. Mina. Right, Valerie? You would think after all this time, somebody in that family would break that cycle. And they haven't. They haven't. Tristan says we have to remember. Mervin said he kept giving Annette money. Every place they went except the last house because they didn't know, he didn't know they moved. Mervin and Annette got a different connection too. Erica said, where's the little brother now? Because I would be outside every day looking for my sister, Erica. I think that little brother, I think right now, the little brother Vari, well, that's our older brother. I think he's hurt. I think he's confused. It's a lot surrounding this situation. And he's trying to put himself in an adult position to like he's strong enough to handle this, but he needs help mentally, emotionally. He needs help. Because right now, I'm pretty sure he's feeling like he's a loner. I don't know if he has any connections or relations with his mother at this point. But if he is, that's even more detrimental, especially if she's still out there strung on drugs. Hey, T kids, welcome, boo. Cool Girl Sister says, Mocha, all the bashing back and forth ain't gonna bring that baby back. That's on them. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Kenya Doll says all of them were accepting this man at a point, and that's where they fail Naziyah. But they act like they don't get that part. They don't. They don't. They're too busy wanting to blame the next person. They're too busy wanting to blame the next person. Well, when in fact, they all had a dealing with Jarvis. All of them. And I don't give a shit what none of them say. All of them. And if they didn't deal with Jarvis directly, they dealt with a friend of Jarvis. Therefore, that meant they all were in the same circle, shit in the same pot, enjoying the same drinks and dancing to the same music at some point. So they knew what was going on. Hey, Miss Denise, welcome, boo. Cindy says they continue to defend Annette because they know they would be coming up missing. Hey, Rhonda, my girl. This is crazy. Look at my girl, Antoinette. Antoinette sent Mocha a super sticker. Antoinette, hey, boo, thank you. Cool Girl Sister says, Mocha, I'm so tired of me. We, us, them. Where the hell is that baby? Cool Girl Sisters, that's all we want to know. That's all we want to know. Baby girl says, I think Naziyah may have saved one of her close cousins, in my opinion, because he touched his own kids and did. That's the disgusting part. Sunday Mac said this family is too far gone to be fixed. Sunday Mac, that's my thoughts. This been going on too long. 50 years of these bitches' lives and a half a century done gone, and now they want to come out with all of this shit. No way. Lock them up and give those other kids a chance. Exactly, Sunday Mac. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. All we want to know is where's Naziyah. King and Doll said, and you told her that. Straight up, you were so honest when speaking with them, and I respect you for that. Thank you, King and Doll. Thank you. I don't bullshit when it comes to lives, especially children. And I'm not going to ever let a grown person feel like they could play in my face when it comes to children. And I'm not going to ever let a grown person feel like they could play in my face when they feel like it's benefiting them. Because I'm going to call a thing every damn time. I am who I am. And that's why I could stand on when I said I don't want these people on my panel. That's why I could say I don't want to be bothered with these people, because these people, they're not my cup of tea. Erica says, I feel like Lady probably would tell something because why is she the only one that's missing in action? But she was around when they came out on the internet. I want to hear from Lady Mouth. Erica, I need to hear from her too. I do. Look at my sister Rock. Thank you for the super chat, boo. Jarvis Bus was family peen. They're all sick. Yes. 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 He was a pass around. Tristan said, can I speak from experience? I can speak from experience that was the problem. Lady knew she wasn't going to be able to see her kids, and they knew them kids was going to get beat. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. Lord, look, Antoinette that moved on up. Antoinette is a true Nola Bell. My girl. Welcome, Antoinette. Baby girl says, how Annette even pass a background check? Sounds like the family of incest and crimes go deep, very deep, very deep. And every day, y'all, more and more skeletons are falling out of their closets. Dr. JD, hey, boo. Dr. JD said her Section 8 can be designated to an adult that once was a dependent in that unit. You cannot legally just give a unit to any damn body. Just no housing law. Right. Right. King your dog, that part. They told, it was the family. Look, I wholeheartedly believe it was the family that put that out to stop looking for Naziyah. I really believe that. Sherry says, I heard Shannon got a hearing coming up on Monday. On Monday? Girl, what's the hearing for? Paula said, I've said since day one, Shannon used those texts to manipulate Jarvis to hurt Naziyah. Let me tell you how sick Shannon is. Shannon destroyed and ruined Naziyah's life. And y'all see how Shannon has destroyed and ruined Naziyah's life with those text messages. Shannon don't give a shit about children. Shannon is still destroying and ruining children's lives. Whether you all want to believe it or not, it is my belief, it's my feelings, that Shannon is ruining Janiah's life as well right now. There's no way, no way. Ziyah is in CPS care. And there's no way being in CPS care that Ziyah is putting out all that information on Instagram. If you know, you know. That's not Ziyah. That is definitely Shannon. It's Shannon. And if you look at what is being exposed on Instagram, if you look at what is being exposed on Instagram, just like Naziyah was crying out for help and telling her story through her music and her dance. If you look at some of the pictures and the songs, the words to the song of some of the things that Ziyah is sharing, aka Shannon is sharing, when she's speaking on the net, she's speaking on the hurt and the abuse that she has endured through Annette. That's Shannon's story coming out under Janiah's name. Shannon is totally responsible for all this shit. Don't take a rocket science to figure all of this shit out. All you have to do is pay attention. Look at what's being posted under the name of Ziyah. Nuh-uh. That's Shannon. King of Dog says too much sneak diss and mess going on with that family. Yes, ma'am. But they all want to play stupid. And it's all the sneak diss and shit because they don't want the truth out. They don't want Naziyah to be found. They don't want justice for this baby. They don't. They don't. Right, Patricia? Patricia Perry said they don't want no heat on the situation. Exactly, Patricia. Exactly. Cool girl, sister, you're right. All the men in that family have a title of being a pedo. Baby girl said they all seem like kind of the family that stick together until the pressure's on and then they all snitching on themselves. Where do they do that at? In a family of dysfunction. Kenya Doll says, the shit ain't making no sense. And those are the things that they need to answer and stop with the foolishness. They can't. They're too invested. They're too invested. When you listen to them, they tell on themselves. Tristan said Mimi and Roxy mentioned shovel in their life. Did we forget Mimi was jumping in and out of the boarded building? So we all acting like we didn't see that girl with the flashlight. We all seen the past. We saw him. We saw him. We saw him. Kenya Dawn says the family can't even make any sense because they're covering their own selves and not thinking about Naziyah first. They're not at all. Annette needs to be stopped. She really needs to be stopped. Dr. JD said, rubbing my hands together like a hungry animal. I can't wait for justice to be served. Me either. Mika said, so they say Jarvis said that he moved her twice. 2 of the moves occurred while he was not incarcerated. The last one supposedly was done by someone else that they speculate was Shannon. That's what I say, Meek. That's what I said. BJ with the shit said, why even do another search now? If the popo told him to stop searching, according to Roxy Rocks, I'm just saying, everybody want to be relevant. They want to be relevant and not being truthful when it comes to this baby girl. And that's disheartening. April said it has to be more people involved in this because I can't see Jarvis traveling far with her body, being that he has a record. That record didn't matter to nobody when it came with that record did not matter to Jarvis. I promise you. But Jarvis is talking. Hey, Nikisha. Nikisha says Janiyah know what happened. She's the key. That's why Shannon don't want her with me. Wow. 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 BJ says, if Dre said he's nosy, what did he really hear that made him reach out to his auntie and Mark D? I'm just saying, it's something that scared the shit out of Dre, in my opinion. And I think when Dre started talking too much, that's when Marquita said enough was enough. And she intervened. She intervened. The police, although the police are no longer looking, that should have never stopped that family from looking. Ms. Bill, thank you so much for that super sticker, my love. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. Antoinette, beautiful. Thank you so much for the Cash App, darling. Baby girl says, I hope that family don't create a reasonable doubt for the defense because of the lies. Because the feds watch and the popo watch the internet. And exactly. Paula says Mervyn was giving Annette money for sex and not for Naziyah. You have to take what they say and rationalize it. Paula, 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 Paula. Paula, there's a connection between Annette and Mervyn, and it's definitely not Naziyah. It's not Naziyah. But we're the problem. We're the problem. You know, information is given all across these YouTube streets in regards to the Naziyah Harris case. There may be 15 other content creators, and all 15 have different theories. All 15 have different information. But does that make all 15 wrong? No, it does not. It does not. And I do believe, as I've always said, all 15 take what they have, put it together, be on one accord, be on the same page. You could crack this case wide open. Wide open. But when you can't be on the same page for your own reasons, whatever they may be, that creates a problem. Patricia says she may be in a whole different country or an underground brothel tunnel. Right now, Patricia, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Tristan says, see, my memory keep going back to what that lady was saying in the beginning, and they never denied it. Mimi said she was at the police station handing a black trash bag. And Tristan, I don't believe Mimi was lying. I don't think Mimi lied about nothing. I don't. Dr. JD said Valerie will most likely have to deal with what I deal with. Survivor's guilt, amongst other mental challenges. Oh my God, Dr. JD, my heart breaks for you. That's a lot for somebody to have to carry on their shoulders. Oh yes, Patricia, a lot of evidence have been destroyed. Lady V said, I must confess, I've not been impressed by the investigator or the testing of the clothes they found. Something is not adding up. How they're sure, or so sure, JB did it, and he was the only one charged. Lady V, that's where I'm in a slump at. Why only him? Why only him? And we know that his hands wasn't the only ones in this. Why? So I'm not convinced. It's like they threw this together just to say they had a case or just to say that they had a charge. Tristan said, I don't know how true it is, but I've not forgotten none of what they said in the beginning because everyone spoke the truth when they were not trying to gain money, clout, and views. Exactly. 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 Antoinette said, I've been putting boots on the ground all weekend. I'm a little slow. I'm 70 years old. Antoinette, baby, we appreciate you. That part, Lady V. They should be more concerned with what Janiyah is telling CPS than running out here spreading these lies. Because the lies they give, Lady V, they want somebody to take the lies and run with them. And I'm not going to do it. I'm not. D. Michelle says, I was thinking it's Vari behind the IG page. Just look at the way Shannon moves, D. Look at the way she moves. That shit got Shannon name written all over it. And in a sense, you could be right. It could very well be Vari. But I really think it's Shannon. Miss Sean B says, and Marquita's a coward. Sitting there telling them lies with Dre because the big back wolf was sitting watching. Exactly. But she's a twin. They stick together. They stick together. Rock said you got to be a special kind of evil to get on here lying and playing when a whole child is missing. That part, Rock, because that's what she's doing. That's what she's doing. And y'all think y'all think Shannon is one of those people that got all this shit just locked up in his skull. Look at the shape of her head. And she thinks of all the most evil and vindictive things that she could possibly think of. And she keeps it stored until she's ready. This is who Shannon is. This is who Shannon is. Debbie said Roxy searched Frog Island recently due to a lead received sometime during or after the video shoot. Wow. Thank you, Miss Bill. I appreciate all the support from you guys. I appreciate the love that you guys show, Mocha. Appreciate y'all for believing in me. I really appreciate this. Debbie said she asked if there was anyone watching the live. Right, I kind of glanced at that today. Oh, Lord. Antoinette said that baby might be in that lady house in Ypsilanti. Who knows? You know what? Antoinette, at this point, ain't nothing. We don't throw nothing out the window. Right now, everything is possible. Right, Debbie? That's the $1 million question. Why only Jarvis? When it's obvious he didn't do it alone. Exactly. Tristan, that part, Tristan. Tristan says, we keep asking how did Shannon and them get the phone and tablet because Mimi handed it to her at the police station almost 30 days later. This shit ain't adding up. Nakisha says it's definitely Shannon on IG. Valerie says, Mocha, you would think that Naziyah shared something with one of her friends at school. I believe one of her friends knows something, but their parents won't let them get involved. I could be wrong. With the family like the Harrises, any parent should put themselves in a position to protect their children. Too many wicked things have happened with children on the Harrises' watch. All I know is this is very disturbing. It's disturbing. Yes, guys, Platinum doing awesome job when it comes to understanding how I feel when it comes to Naziyah. Platinum rocks with that. Platinum touches my core. She knows how deeply invested I am with finding justice for Naziyah. So Platinum goes the extra mile. Miss Sean B said, I'm going to go on and say it. Those that's talking, they're a day late and a dollar short. And they spoke 10, 15 years ago about that nasty mess. Had they spoke about it 10, 15 years ago, Naziyah would be looking forward to high school in the fall. Talk your shit, sis. She said, people make me sick. That's enough to make you sick. Nakisha says, I'm afraid if Janiyah goes back to Shannon, we'll be here next year looking for her. Well, Nakisha, everything that's concerning this whole situation, Shannon don't get the final say so. But I pray that wouldn't be the situation. I pray that's not the situation. Shannon does not get the final say so. Because from where we sit and where we stand, it appears that Shannon is going to go be meeting Jarvis Butt soon. She may as well get ready. And if there's no charges brought up against Shannon, and if there's no charges brought up against Annette, something is terribly wrong with Detroit. Naziyah's name is moving mountains. And if we continue spreading positive awareness in the name of Naziyah and dissecting the lies of that family in hopes of us getting just a little closer as to where Naziyah can possibly be. Naziyah is going to save many children. Naziyah is going to save other children from experiencing the hurt, the pain, the disgust, all of what she's experienced. Michonne B says, all those who knew and said nothing before Naziyah, y'all are animals. And I can't agree more. Because they know. They know. See, Naziyah being that legend. Naziyah was brought into this world with a halo. And that halo that Naziyah possessed, Naziyah had a job to do. She couldn't do that job in Annette's home. And look at the work she's putting in now. She's exposing them all. But you have to use your gift from the Holy Spirit if you have one. You have to use discernment. And you have to be passionate from a good place to see where these people are truly coming from. And if the passion is there for all the right reasons, and if the passion is coming from a good place for justice, there's nothing that these people can say nor do that would sway you from the truth. There's nothing that these people can say or do that will make you put blinders on and not see what's right in front of your face. Kalia says, Mocha, this family is wicked. I pray that Naziyah is found soon and the rest of the children can truly get some healing. Kalia, that's all we want. We want these children. We want these children to have some decency and normalcy in their lives. Because as long as these children are with the Annettes of the world, these children will forever live with a scar. Debbie says Naziyah is breaking the cycle and tearing it down. Her name is not going down in vain. Definitely not. Definitely not. And as long as we continue doing what we're doing, we can continue to lift up Naziyah's name. There's power in numbers, guys. Tristan says, I hate the fact that we have to go down a rabbit hole and try to figure out the truth in finding this baby. We get mad and in our feelings because people are guessing what happened. Tristan, and that's where it's really sad, because we shouldn't have to guess. We shouldn't have to guess. This is really sad. The very people that claim to love Naziyah, the very same people that claim that Naziyah was their everything, these people show no emotions. But instead, they come here and air out their nasty filth. Their filth, I don't care about it. And if they feel Mocha makes a mockery of the filth that they put out here, I'm not mad about that either. Not mad about that either. Because y'all should have fixed that shit long time ago. Y'all chose not to. Tristan said, and the reason we're guessing and trying to put this puzzle together is because the family continue to lie. And they will continue to lie. The more we give them a reason, the more they will lie. The more we make these people feel that they're relevant, the more they will lie, Tristan. These people don't have truth in them. They don't. But these people will not use my back to spin their narrative, spread their lies, and still make them believe that they're honorable and just. Not on my watch. I'm for what's right. I'm for what's real. And I will not be apologetic for who I am. I will not. I will not. I don't live this way in real life. So there's no way I'm going to come on a social media app and change who the hell I am. It's not me. We're here for Naziyah. And I'm going to be here for Naziyah until there's no more. So nobody can silence me. Nobody's going to shut me up. Because my way is my way. And it's going to always be my way. And what I will never do is discredit the truth. Never will I do that. Never will I make another woman, not just a woman, but a human being. I would never try to make another human being feel less than to satisfy or boost my ego over a lie. That's not who I am. Because if I do that, that's just an excuse that I'm using to show the world that my heart wasn't in this to begin with. And my heart will forever remain Naziyah. Hey, Cold Peace, welcome, my love. Welcome, welcome. And this is where I am with that. And all we want is justice for that baby girl. She paid a hell of a price for her family to continuously lie. She paid a hell of a price for them to still come out here and lie. Miss Sean B says, Platinum, I'll stand on the stage with you and say thank you for all you do. We love it. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Baby girl said, these cases be having me feeling so heartbroken. Baby girl, me too. Baby girl, I be so emotional. And you know, baby girl, there are moments I wake up out of a sleep. It's Naziyah talking to me. Because Naziyah's story is not over. Cole P says, stopping through before bed. I made my rounds to support everyone. Thank you so much, Cole P. We love you, girl. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, Cole P. Don't stop. Can one of the moderators drop Cole P.'s link, please? Keep doing what you're doing, girl. We support you. And we love you for doing it. Miss Sean B said, talk, Mocha. Dr. JD says they hate it, but we love it. Work, Mocha, work. Antoinette says sometimes your family is not your blood, but the family God puts in your life. Talk that shit, Antoinette. Talk it. Hey, Maddie, how are you feeling, boo? Tristan says, thank you, Mocha, for being you. That's all I got, Tristan. Thank you, Rock. Rock said Mocha is the truth. Rock, they have no clue. Christian said this family want to come out on people's platforms pointing fingers at other people. Why not look at yourself and be honest? Stop with all the bullshit. I'm not going to let this steal my peace. Those people can't steal your peace, girl. Lady V said, thank you for being authentically you. Thank you, Lady V. That's all I know. That's all I know. Dr. JD says, too grown for changing up. Be you, Mocha. Hey, Samantha. Samantha said, Mocha, she is alive. And underground in a tunnel. I saw it in my dream. Everybody's having these dreams. Everybody's seeing her. But instead of doing all of that shit, they need to come out here and point that finger at to where Naziyah is. That's what they need to do. And let all of that other bullshit go away. Sunday Max says, I hear you, Mocha, loud and clear, right and real. Thank you, baby. And I couldn't do what I do without you guys. I couldn't. Christian says, I won't let my peace get disturbed to a point that he tells me he wants me to spend more time with him and not in this case. That grandbaby, he's only 6 years old. That's scary. That's scary. D says, never in a billion years did I see this coming. I'm so confused and misled. D, you remember when I said the devil is in Detroit? That devil is everywhere, boo. Hey, mermaid, welcome, sis. Hey, Nye, welcome. The devil, he's moving. And if you let that devil get under your skin, then the devil is going to deter you too. The devil is going to have you seeing things that aren't there. The devil is going to also have you believe in things that don't exist. But my God, if you've prayed up, you carry the love of God in your heart, and you're out in these streets and you're on these platforms and you're screaming, hollering, and you're kicking for justice for all the right reasons, The devil in hell can't do you no harm, and the devil in hell won't be able to bring you confusion. The only way confusion comes to you is if you're already confused and you're an open opportunity. That's it, and that's all. Sunday Mac said Naziyah. Damn, I don't want to add Harris. She's Naziyah. Baby girl said, I support all who care about these babies. Together we can make a positive change. That's it, and that's all. That's all I've ever said. That's all I've ever said. That's all I've ever said. Together we can move mountains. Mermaid said, the devil in sheep's clothing. Be aware, Mocha. Baby, you gotta know when you know what you know. Whew, baby. Not Mocha. You can't do that to me. Hey, Royalty Queen, welcome. Debbie said, a shield of protection surrounding this place. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I pray every time I go live. See, that's the difference. I'm different. Hey, Elvin, welcome to the chat, boo. Elvin says, I got to acknowledge a spiritual queen, the spiritual truth. How are you, Queen Mocha? Elvin, I love you. Elvin, you encourage and you inspire. You really do. And I welcome every comment you leave. And I'm so glad I was able to speak it to you because you finally caught alive. Welcome. Maddie says, I'm okay, Mocha, still fighting and praying this knee unlocked so I can start walking. Going to have extensive therapy next week. Staying positive, praying to be able to walk again. Maddie, girl, in the name of Jesus, you got this. You got this, girl. You got it. You definitely got it. Antoinette said it's not who you are, but whose you are. Clock that T, Antoinette. Cold P says, Mocha, they don't like the ones that stand on business. Cold Peace, they definitely don't. And Cold Peace, let me tell you something, sister. I am not to be moved. I came here day one, standing on business, sister. What I look like switching the narrative now. I'm not a people pleaser. If I would walk through these YouTube streets being a people pleaser, then nobody's going to get no justice. My voice, I could take it and throw it the hell away because then it becomes useless. Because what am I doing for these babies that's beneficial if I have to be a people pleaser? Now, that's not what we do. So, Cold Peace, I commend you, sister. Keep doing the good works that you do. Keep doing what you do. And it will never go unnoticed. Baby girl said the internet could be dangerous. For real, for real. It's crazy. Exactly. Exactly. Maddie, everybody's praying for you. You got this, sister. Yes, y'all. Cold Peace, she's doing excellent work. Excellent work. And we appreciate her. Hey, Miss Jackie B, welcome. Cold Peace said, period. Same here for me. You hear I always say, I don't care who got to catch it. If it comes up, oh, well. That's right, Cold Peace. Oh, well. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to say, oh, well, this one from the family is telling the truth, and I don't like that one. They all could take that ride. All of them are in Devilville. All of them. Because they all know something. One ain't no better than the other one. One ain't no better with the other one. And I'm not going to give accolades to one and throw rocks at the other. Because it don't make sense. When they all were a part of this shit. And yet they want to continue coming out here causing distractions. And we're supposed to fall on it. Good night, Copies. Love you, girl. Keep up the good work. Essie, good night, my love. Mocha ain't gonna be here much longer either, guys. I got about 6 good minutes. But it's, you know, guys, we just gotta stay positive. Keep moving in the right direction. Bring justice for this baby. She deserves it. She deserves our voices to speak for her. She deserves her names to be sounding alarms and ringing the streets, saving children. But not using the dysfunction of the family, using her name in the name of charities and all of these things. In her name for what? When you didn't care about her before. Y'all failed her. Y'all failed her. So if she couldn't get the recognition that she needed from you all, when she could have used her voice and said, thank you so much, why do y'all think she needs y'all recognition now? When y'all were the type of family members that could have went put your fingers on her. Y'all could have touched her every day and y'all chose not to. But now you're coming out here bullshitting people like she really mattered. She didn't matter. And it goes for all of you. All of you. Hi, Anita. Welcome, sister. Mermaid Tay says, love, peace, and hair grease. Justice for these babies. Naziyah's name will never be drowned out. We will scream it to our last breath. Mermaid Terry, that part. Anita say they all know something about each other. That's what, Anita, that's the weird part. And Anita, the reason they all know something about one another is because the grooming that they all received, the lessons that they learned, they all were in class and they all got taught by Madam Annette. They all got their training under the same roof. And seemingly they all did everything together. That's the nasty part. That's why they all get flinchy. When all the men that we know of, and there's possibly more, all the men that we know of, when their name comes up, they all get flinchy. King and Don says, you're doing great work, Mocha. You make it clear, clear, clear. Bless your heart. King and Don, thank you, my love. I appreciate that. It's kind words like that from my supporters, my subscribers, that make me keep doing what I'm doing. Paula Diggs says, thank you all for what you're doing. Thank you, ma'am. Guys, I thank each and every one of you that came out tonight and showed love and support for Mocha. I'm here for one reason and one reason only. That's justice for Naziyah and to expose the trash that called themselves family. That's my only reason for being here. And I'm going to continue to speak her name until I'm tired. Not until they tell me I should be tired, but until I'm tired. I appreciate your support. I appreciate the Cash App, the super stickers, the super chats. Appreciate the new memberships. I love you all more than y'all could ever know. And in the name of Naziyah, we're going to keep speaking her name. Thank you so much, Kenya Doll. Thank you so much. I'm going to say good night. I'm going to say I love you all. I'm going to say God bless. And I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll be out here. We're going to do this again. We're going to try to make sense of some of this. And we're going to do it the right way. It ain't the Mocha way. It's our way. Because we're in this together. I love you too, Mermaid Terry. Amani, love you, girl. Good night. Mods, y'all rock. Y'all already know how Mocha feels about each and every one of you. Good night. God bless you all. There will be justice for Naziyah. Come hell or high water. Naisha, thank you, my love. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Fuck the cover-ups, we ain't keeping quiet. This pain too loud, feel the mothers riot. Naziyah ain't a hashtag, she was someone's baby. Now the courtroom stankin', the whole shit shady. Biohazard suits when the truth come out. They full of shit, yeah, we call it out. We don't need a trial, just bring the gavel. Cause the devil's in Detroit and it's time to unravel. 2 hours deep, truth spill like shots. Mocha lit the match, now the lies get hot. Nola bells riding, they unfold, they press. While they fake on camera, we expose that mess. One said if that child stepped foot in court, better call the medics, bodies gon' contort. That's real pain, not a script or show. That's a war cry, scream from the soul below. They tried to deny her, cover their eyes, but karma low clips and the silence dies. Boom. Keeping quiet. This pain too loud, feel the mothers riot. Naziyah ain't a hashtag, she was someone's baby. Now the courtroom stinking, the whole shit shady. Biohazard suits when the truth come out. They full of shit, yeah, we call it out. We don't need a trial, just bring the gavel. Cause the devil's in Detroit and it's time to unravel. The church ain't shit, the statues ain't clean, and the law turn away like it ain't they seen. Nola bells on fire, and Mocha don't bend. They protecting every child till the very end. One voice said folks gon' lose they lunch. When Naziyah walk in, better brace for the punch. It's hell in the system, truth in the street, and we ain't gon' stop till the mission complete. So, fuck the fakes and the crooked ass plot. We saving these kids, ready or not. Fuck the cover-ups, we ain't keeping quiet. This pain too loud, feel the mothers riot. Naziyah ain't a hashtag, she was someone's baby. Now the courtroom stankin', the whole shit shady. Biohazard suits when the truth come out. They full of shit, yeah, we call it out. We don't need a trial, just bring the gavel. Cause the devil's in Detroit and it's time to unravel. Mocha got receipts and the bells got vision. This ain't just talk, it's divine precision. They laugh on live, but the babies cry. So we loud as fuck till the whole truth fly. You can't play God when the blood on your hands, and we ain't backing down till we bury the scams. It's Detroit pain with a global echo. Every child we save is a blow to the devil. So stand with Mocha, ride with the bells. Cause silence in this war is a death knell. Vision. This ain't just talk, it's divine precision. They laugh on live, but the babies cry. So we loud as fuck till the whole truth fly. You can't play God when the blood on your hands, and we ain't backing down till we bury the scams. It's Detroit pain with a global echo. Every child we save is a blow to the devil. So stand with Mocha, ride with the bells. Cause silence in this war is a death knell. Woo.
Good night, everyone. God bless. Look at Dee. Dee says she's dancing in her bed. Good night, guys. I love you so much. Until next time, be blessed. Have a wonderful night. Loving your family. We're here today, guys, and we're gone today. We're gone today. Remember that. Remember that. And remember, Nola Bells love you all. God bless. Good night.